in the building.
Okay.
Go ahead, Peacock Physical Therapy. I told you it was going to be a journey. You didn't know what to expect, but I have so many amazing things in store for you. I'm like, I need a refresh makeup, hair. I could be a diva with it. I'm listening. Wanda Briscoe is here to tell you that we all have a fight within. She is a woman that has experienced heartbreak, betrayal, and triumph. Wanda grew up in St. Mary's County, so she's one of your own. Her parents are Elder John and First Lady Mary Ann Briscoe of Restoration Free Gospel Church of Christ in Lexington Park, Maryland. Wanda is the oldest sibling of 5 and the mother of 3 sons, ages 24, 21, and 17. Now when Wanda gets up here, she looks like she's at least 24, so it's not right. She currently resides in Georgia, but she's working on trying to make it up here today. Wanda never had to fight for anything, but on January 19, 2011, she was diagnosed with breast cancer and realized that she was now in for the fight of her life. Wanda writes of her own painful experience and offers hopes to others. Wanda's writings credits are first published writing, May 2012, entitled I Found My Safe Haven, for Turning Point Women's Healthcare Newsletter. Turning Point is a breast cancer rehabilitation facility in Johns Creek, Georgia. First published book, The Fight Within, was released in October 2012. The book is currently available on Amazon, Kindle, and on Wanda's website, www.wandabriscoe.org. January 2013, Wanda received a letter from the Maryland Cancer Center in Orlando, Florida, that the donation of her book was being carried in the patient library for the patients to experience the journey. But wait, there's more. Wanda didn't tell me. She's beautiful. I actually love her. Early 2013, Wanda received a letter of recognition for her book from Bishop T.D. Jakes of the Potter's House in Dallas, Texas. And last but not least, Wanda's most prestigious recognition was from the White House. In December 2012, Wanda shared her book with First Lady Michelle Obama and received a heartfelt and warming letter from the White House. So please lend her your heart, your mind, your ears, and listen to her journey. My sister.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm so glad I met Jennifer, and I do believe in divine connections. Jennifer and I met last summer in the beauty salon, and we just started striking up a conversation in there. From there, it formed a friendship and also a sisterhood. I'm glad to be back in Maryland. As she said, I'm from St. Mary's County, actually from St. Annie Goes, but I've been residing in Atlanta, Georgia for the past 23 years. I was diagnosed with breast cancer in January 2011, and it was devastating news to me and to my family. There was no prior history of this disease. I am an emotional eater, so I ate to take my mind off the diagnosis. And within the last 3 years, I've gained over 40 pounds. My mind was going in so many directions because I was also going through a divorce at the same time. My inner spirit was low, and I knew that I had to do something, so I decided to fight. I decided to fight for my health and to fight for my life. I've never had to fight for anything in my life, but I was not going to let breast cancer get the best of me. I started educating myself and those around me about this disease. I started keeping a journal about my emotions going through this devastating journey. From my journal was birthed my first published book called The Fight Within, which deals with the emotional, physical, and the spiritual aspect that I endured battling breast cancer. The mind, body, and soul concept is very important, and they have to function together. The same way that I ate on these extra 40 pounds, I also have to eat healthy to get them off. First, it starts in your mind. You have to make up in your mind that you will accomplish a specific goal and stick to it. Will it be easy? No, it will be a challenge. But once your mind is made up, what is stopping you? Yesterday you said you would start tomorrow. Yesterday ended last night, and today is a brand new day, and it's yours to be victorious. I started attending a Dawn Yoga Center, and I must say I didn't know what to expect. I had seen yoga commercials on TV, and I thought that yoga was just about various positions. This is not the case. There are various types of yoga. Dawn Yoga is a Korean-style yoga that is all about energy. It is a holistic approach yoga class. The belief is that you can change your life by changing your energy, because energy is the source of everything. When I met with the instructor, she had me to stand with my eyes open on one leg for 10 seconds. This was easy to do. Then she asked me to close my eyes and do the same thing. I found it interesting because I couldn't do this with my eyes closed. I couldn't keep my balance. I had to quickly open my eyes because I thought I was going to fall. The instructor said, "Wanda, your mind and your soul aren't balanced. They aren't in sync." And I'm thinking, what does she mean by this? She said to me, "You give so much of yourself. You pour everything you are into helping other people. And who is pouring into you? Who is giving you the energy that you need? You are drained." Immediately I started crying because she was right. As women, we pour all that we have into others. We run with the kids, the husband, or the significant other, our jobs, our families, our friendships. But when do we take time out for ourselves? We run our bodies into overload, and sometimes we put our dreams on hold for the sake of others. How many times have you said that you will start attending a class at a college and you didn't because you said you didn't have enough time? How many times have you said that you will attend an exercise class or start walking and you haven't because you said you don't have enough time? Can you at least take 2 hours out of your busy schedule every day for some me time? We need to do that to recharge and reboot, to get our mind, body, and soul in sync with each other. Some examples of unstoppable women that are great in our society are Mary Barrow. She started working for General Motors in 1980 as an engineering student. Then she worked her way up as a plant manager, then executive director of engineering, and then to become the head of human resources. In 2013, she was promoted to become the first woman CEO of General Motors. This remarkable position makes her the first woman to ever lead a major car company. She is leading a company that made nearly $20 billion since emerging from bankruptcy in 2010. Another unstoppable woman is J.K. Rowling, author of the Harry Potter books, which have sold over 400 million copies. She conceived the idea for the Harry Potter series on a train in 1990. There was a 7-year period after that in which she had to deal with some personal tragedies. Her mother passed. She went through a divorce, and then poverty struck. She has a rags to riches story in which she went from living on state benefits to becoming a multi-millionaire in 5 years. She didn't let anything, anyone, or any circumstance stop her from achieving her goal. And then there's Oprah Winfrey, who in 1984 hosted a morning talk show in Chicago. And within months after she took over the show went from last place in the ratings to overtaking Phil Donahue as the highest rated talk show in Chicago. Oprah is the co-founder of the cable network channel Oxygen, as well as owning her own network called OWN. She also has her own XM station on satellite radio, her own magazine, as well as other ventures. The word unstoppable means impossible to stop or prevent. Is that you? I didn't let breast cancer stop me from doing anything. I had 3 breast cancer surgeries, and I went through 33 rounds of radiation. I tell people that breast cancer saved my life. I realized that I was just existing and not living. I was living for everyone else except myself. Breast cancer made me see things and people more clearly. It gave me focus. It instilled a fighting spirit within me, a fighting spirit for life and to live. Can you make a decision today that you will no longer put your dreams and your aspirations on the back burner? You have a voice that needs to be heard. You never know who you may be helping with a dream that you have put on hold. Philippians 4:13 says, I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. It didn't say some things or a few things. It said all things. Let's show the world that we are victorious. We are survivors. And most of all, that we are beautiful, unstoppable women, and that we can do anything that we put our minds to. Thank you, and God bless.